Refresh. Should be just a moment. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. It's your boy, The Climb to 1. Today is the 4th of December, 2024, Wednesday, and Wednesday means Declaration Day. The account is going to look a little different, but we're used to that with me by now. The account always looks a little different. So let's jump in and get started. First things first, the options are gone. My buy call was all filled. We got the money that we came to get. Beautiful. And then the call sell that I had, I closed out at a profit. Not as much profit as we could have made, but I wanted to go ahead and get that $1,700 activated and put into things. As you can see, it's been a huge day. We're up $97.40 on the day, a staggering 4.25%. We have crested up to $2,393.72, and the after hours are starting out a little bit helpful for us as well. You look over here on the right, everything is in the green on total return, and everything is good on daily return, even though that's red, that is plus 37 cents. All right, YMAX 1837, currently 1864. Yay, YMAX. Misty going crazy, 31 or 33.91. No sir, 35.81. Ulti 1013 up to 1020. Coney 1695 up to 1809. Very nice. NVDY 2593, 2599. Okay. Ybit, because he can, 1392. No, 1420. Tesley 1480, 1497. And PLTY 69 even, 69.37. And we went to those fast. Why? Because I didn't want you to look at all these numbers just yet. We have 100 shares of Ulti. NVDY is paying a dividend this week. We have 100 shares, and we got it in on time. We're going to get all that dividend. Ybit is up to 54 shares. Misty, 12 shares. Oh, 2 shares in the YMAX. We're holding a Coney, a Tesley, and a PLTY to sort of test those. We're going to come down here. We're going to look. Group A, leading with the Ybit and the Tesley. That will roll into Group B, the NVDY and the PLTY, except, no, there's 100 shares here, and we're not going to put into the PLTY yet. So that would go to Group C then, with the 100 shares of Ulti and the one of Coney. But no, we're not going to do that yet either, because once again, Ulti has 100 shares. We're not ready to climb up with Coney yet. So that means all of the dividends are going to be going into MSTY to get it cranky. And then MSTY is going to be pushing into MSTY. That's right. It's not going to be nice. It's not going to play fair. It's not going to feed Ybit. It's going to feed itself, because MSTY and NVDY are the two big kings so far. So we want to get those completed. Boom. Now let's jump in. We see the big day, up 97.40. We see the flirting with 2,400. We know that I put in $2,000 of my money. Account, investing, except we're using $4,953.54 worth of stocks. Wow, that's insane. Yes, that is margin. $2,560.99 worth of margin. However, we're kind of good. Our margin status is low risk. We would have to drop $392.55, which is 16.41% of the account, to be at any kind of risk. We're kind of good right now. Now let's go see what this has done for us. Dividends. Our current yield is outstanding, commanding, demanding, you people dancing. Woo, that's a breathtaker. Our producer, aka The Undertaker, 76.75%. Yield on cost, 76.95. The projected next 12 months, $3,770.65, averaging out to $314.22 a month. Very outstanding. Projecting $317.34 this month. We've been paid $240 already. Next up will be NVDY. This says 102.30 is actually a little more than that. We're very happy. And then where's the other one? Looking. No, YBit paid last week. PLTY. It says 220, but I think that's actually 3 something. And then YMAX will throw its little bit on there, but there's only 2 shares. We see last month we made a whopping $99.53, and we should come close to tripling that. I say come close because Coney paid out a $2 payment last month. I don't think it pays $2 this month. And Misty paid out a $4.44 payment, back-to-back $4 months. Not quite sure it does that again. So we may not get this whole 317 that it's showing, but even if you cut that in half, that's still 2 times, I'm holding 12, okay, so $24 for Misty, and I only had the 1 share of Coney, so $1 there. That's still 25 instead of 55, so that only takes us down 30, so that is 287-ish. So even that is huge, and we were already killing it off of last month. These are just insane numbers. Now, where the game gets you is tomorrow, NVDY is going to go down a chunk. It's going to go down by about the dividend price, and then it's going to be up to the market if there's a sell-off or if people buy on the dip. Hopefully people buy on the dip and it starts recovering immediately, because that can be, on 100 shares, a good $200 to $300 swing. Remember, I'm good right now because I'm almost 400 of cushion, but that could be half the cushion gone tomorrow. That could be 75% of the cushion gone tomorrow, and then slowly working itself back up, as long as NVIDIA is doing good. If NVIDIA doesn't do good, it won't work itself back up. So we're kind of at the upper limit of our risk threshold here. Let's see, oh yes, we had, hold up, I want to get this. We had a question, and that question was from, I'm going to find it. Wasn't prepared. Pankil Patel. Yes. Over on Facebook. We are in a Yield Max group there, and they had a question on how do they get started with $2,000. Well, we'll scroll down here. I didn't start with 2,000, but we got to 2,000. There are 5 stocks you're going to want to have. You're going to have options for those 5 stocks. You're going to want one of YMAX or YMAG. YMAX is currently the winner. YMAG had been leading, and then last month YMAX had back-to-back really good months and passed up YMAG. Here, TSMY was the leader, but because of the election, Tesla could do really good, and because of the election, YBit is connected to Bitcoin, it could do really good. As you can see, I'm going with the YBit, but that's the 3 options. And the dark horse is SNOI here. They had a really good payout last month. Or last week, really. Now, in Group B, you're going to want either NVDY, who is probably the second best to date out of all of the funds, but you got a new entry in the ring, PLTY. It's coming out the gate swinging with a $3 dividend, but it's pricey by comparison. Here you really only have 2 choices. You have Ulti, which is a little bit riskier because they've been taking a beating, but we're all trying to buy it on the discount because they've changed how the prospectus works. So now they have way more flexibility to try to make more money with it. And then Coney, which has been pretty good because it's based off Coinbase, and right now Bitcoin's going crazy. All right, so you'd pick one of these two. And then down here, there's only one answer. It's Misty. As long as MSTR is blowing up, and it will as long as Bitcoin is blowing up, then MSTY will be blowing up. This is the flagship of the Yield Max, okay? So off $2,000, you're picking 5 stocks. You've got a couple of ways to do this. You could balance it out, put 400 in each. Or you can pick one, get it to 100 shares as fast as you can. 100 shares gives you some options, literally options. As we see here, I have Ulti. Ulti's not good for options, but I just want to show you. You hold 100 shares, you could come here, you could sell a call. I'm sorry. You could sell a call. It's not very good selling calls of Ulti because as you see, all these say 0. You might go out and do a long. No, still not really good for Ulti. But it would be just that easy. I've sold calls with Coney, and Coney was pretty strong with it. We can't do anything with Coney because we only have 1 shares. But see here, you could go up and you could set a strike price that's fairly high at 21. This would get you $5. $5 isn't a lot, but Coney probably doesn't hit $21 a share. Probably. So you would just collect $5, you would collect your dividends, you're all happy. Or if it's sold, you're probably still good because Coney's at 18, so you're making $2 a share if it does sell, and you get to keep, actually, 18.92, you're making $3 a share, so that's $300 and the 5. So you'd profit $305 off that. That would be pretty good. That might be worth skipping a month of dividends. Okay, so how would you spend the dividends then if you did the 400 into 5 different stocks? Well, it's real simple. Group A pays Group B. So when whatever stock you pick, here let's say Ybit, pays you out that month, you don't put it in Ybit. If you put it in Ybit, you're waiting a whole month before it pays you again. You want to take that fresh money that Ybit gives you, and then you want to put it into Group B. So the very next week, that money is already making you money. Then you take Group B's money, you put it in Group C. That way, that money only has to wait a week to make you more money. You take the Group C money, you put it into Group D. That way, Group D, boom, that fresh money you just got, already paying you money. And you want to do some type of variation with your weeklies here because your weeklies are always the next payer. So maybe you do a 50-50 split. Half of Yield Max Group A goes to the weekly, so like YMAX here, and the other half goes to Group B. Well, what do you do with the weekly? It could feed itself and be greedy, or you could do a 50-50 split with it. Half of it goes into itself and half of it goes into whatever group is being paid that week. So if A is paying B, your YMAX would also pay B. All right, see how that goes? And this is called velocity. You're getting your money working faster. Instead of it waiting 4 weeks to produce you better returns, you're getting returns the very next week consistently over and over again. And that's how I would do if I were starting with $2,000 up front. Now remember, if you are comfortable with leverage, if you are comfortable with margins, I've leveraged this out. As I've showed, we're using 2,560 in margins. Oh, look at that. We've been doing better, so it's already up to 401 since we started talking. Then that would allow you to basically double your purchasing power. So instead of 400 into each stock off your 2,000, you could be putting 800 into each stock off of your, yes, 2,000. Isn't that crazy? But here's where I have to give a huge warning. You must be careful with margin, because let me show you what happens if the account dropped by $401.75 instantly. Boom! down it goes. They're going to say that I am in a deficit. To get out of that deficit, any money that I put into the account, if I sell something, whether it's at a profit or a loss, if a dividend comes through, it's going into the deficit to pay off the deficit. In other words, my account isn't locked, but the only action I can take is actions to pay off the deficit. If it hits hard enough, you can get something called a margin call. And then that's where they are going to force you to either deposit or they're going to liquidate your stock to cover. Okay? And then you're not picking what stock's being sold. So you don't want to mess around with a deficit for too long. You want to get that taken care of as quickly as possible. I need to impart on you that a margin call is scary. We don't want that in our lives. This is real money. This is real risk. So don't mess with margins if you don't have a threshold for risk. Okay? It's not play money. You can seriously mess yourself up if things go wrong. Okay? So keep that in mind. But that's where we're at. I'm going to end it here. Oh, wait. 19 cents. Give me 19 cents. Let's close on 2,400. Let's close on 2,400. Anything go up. Anything at all. Misty, just go up like 1 cent. Come on. Oh, I don't know, Chad. I'm stretching this out too long. Now it's getting weird. No, 17 cents. Can we do it? Can we get a 24 to finish the video? Man, $106 day. Oh, without even getting dividends. Okay, come on. You know what? We're going to cheat. Back here. See, if we'd been looking at 310. Oh, look at that. 2,400. Woohoo! All right. Guys, it's been real. It's been fun. It's even been real fun. This is your boy, the Climb to One. Signing.